But depth chart wise, your older guys, what are your thoughts on a Pat Miller, Broderick Jenkins?
I think they've been consistent. Not much has changed from day to day. They've been consistent. They've been hampered by a few injuries. We're playing some of the young guys to get some depth, but they've been fairly consistent.
Yeah, finding that depth with young guys. Well, first of all, what do young guys do well? What do you really have to sort of work with them?
Yeah, and I don't believe that there's much of a learning curve for freshmen. I know that maybe on the offensive line it's different, but hey, we're covering people. So I don't think it's rocket science. We're not splitting atoms. If they can cover guys and tackle them, then they're going to play. So the learning curve's not that steep. The young guys, all they need is experience, really. But it's kind of a catch-22. You can't get experience until you get a chance to get in the game. So we're going to give them probably a chance. They're going to fit into the depth chart.
Mm-hmm. So does it scare you when you look out there and Nana and as said Ricky are, running with your twos?
Well, no, because at the end of the day, I want guys who can make plays on the ball. Nana leads the team right now in interception. That's not, that's nothing that's happened by coincidence. So does that mean that Nana won't get beat deep during the season? No, it doesn't. But Pat Miller and Broderick Jenkins, they all have the possibility of getting beat deep. I think that they're all competitors, and I have the same philosophy as Coach Hogerson does with freshmen. We'll play them early if they show them the ability to play.
When do you have to make those decisions?
Day before a Marshall game. I think they're all going to be ready. So I don't think that we have to rush into a depth chart decision at this point in the year. But obviously before kickoff on the 1st, we'll figure it out. But all those guys are ready to play, and if they don't redshirt, they know that they're not redshirting because there's a potential that they'll play.
You've got a couple of guys that haven't been here real long, but a little longer in Avery Williams, Terrell Chestnut. What do you see out of them?
Avery's been hampered by an injury, so I haven't seen him in a few practices. Hope to get him back. Chestnut's played nickel and he's done well in the nickel position.
Yeah, some of the other guys. Cecil Love was a sort of special teams guy. Right. Is any chance he can play defense, or is he still a special teams guy?
He's done quite well too. He'll get a chance to show and prove himself, and as we get closer to the season, we'll make decisions on him. He's done well.
Last one I can think of, Brandon Napoleon, another young guy. He hasn't seemed to get quite as many reps when we've seen.
He's been hampered a bit by the injury, but we'll continue to get him some reps and kind of see what he can do.
You talk about all these corners. How many of them have to play in your nickel and dime situations? How many of them do you? Obviously you play 2 at a time, but do you get 3, 4? How many get on the field in those situations?
Right now with nickel we're putting 3 corners on, 2 corners and 1 nickel, and that's what we're doing. So 3 cornerbacks in the nickel position.
Is that nickel slot corner guy a different? Is that a different feel than being a regular corner?
It is. The only difference really is that they're playing inside the formation, where obviously most of the time we're outside. So you kind of have to get adjusted to there being bodies around you. But after that, I think it's just just football after that.
You get more combination routes thrown at you when you're inside like that?
Usually you do, because for the most part, if you're on number 1 as a corner, you're on number 1. Now you're inside, you've got 2 and 3 receivers, you've got, you're very close to the play action fake, the quarterback's sitting right there, so it's a different skill set.
I wanted to ask you about tempo. You obviously coached on the offensive side of the ball last year, and now having to worry about defending it. You guys didn't get to run a whole lot of up-tempo offense last year, but it seems like this season that might be changing. Why do you think that is, and are you noticing it, defending it in practice every day?
I just know that the Big 12 likes to go fast. I don't know why they do it. Obviously, I think probably they want to keep defenses off balance and, get a chance to spin the wheel more and get more plays and more chances to score, like Oregon, those teams. So that seems to be the custom in the Big 12. So we're preparing for it, and we'll be ready when we get there.
I'm speaking of your own offense, though.
Oh, our offense.
Yeah.
Oh, can't speak on. No comment on that one. I'm out of that. I'm off of that side of the ball, so I don't know what the philosophy is behind it. But I'm sure Coach Hogerson has a good reason for it.